What's up, SnEaKyNation? SnEaKy-P here, back with all the news after week 4 of the preseason here in our Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise, where the Buccaneers won 20-3 over the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, we already had to make our cuts before that game, something I didn't really like doing. But we are here in the regular season now. We do have some things to do, so let's go ahead and take a look at everything going down. We're definitely going to work on our depth chart today, but first we have to set our season goal. I feel like 7 wins is pushing it, if I am being honest. And the reason is, we're in a very tough division. The Panthers, the Falcons, and the Saints are all very good teams. You just never really know which one's going to show up, but all of them are capable of showing up. With the division being as tough as it is, we're going to go low early on and say 4 wins. I do think / hope we will get more than 4 wins this year. But I don't feel confident that we would end up getting 7. I don't feel very confident there. So we're going to commit to 4 wins for the time being. And hopefully we can make that goal happen. And, you know, maybe it'll help us look a little bit better. Your offensive coordinator wants to discuss the next game. Coach, we need to think about prioritizing the run this week because Richard Sherman is going to be shadowing our receivers all game long. He's one of the most disciplined zone corners in the league, and I think we're much better off if we throw away from his side of the field. How do you want to handle him? We'll definitely try to commit to slowing him down, I guess. I really don't want to change my idea of how to run this offense too much because of him. If, you know, our receiver's open in his direction, we're going to throw it to him. If he's not, we're not. You know, unless we make a bad decision. But I don't actually think I'm going to change my entire game plan around Richard Sherman. So for now, I'm going to say disregard him. I don't know if this is going to come back to haunt us or not. Look, Sherman is definitely talented, but this is football, not rocket science. If a receiver's open, tell our quarterback to throw him the ball. If not, then don't. Yeah, that's pretty much what my train of thought was on that. So, you know, if our guy's open, we're going to throw it to him. If he's not, we won't. So, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Here we go, upgrade players. So, I do have this guy, although when I was looking at my roster cuts last week in the news video, he wasn't there. I don't know why that was. Maybe the trade didn't take effect. Oh, he's out. So we traded for an injured player. I didn't even know you could do that. Well, that sucks. What I wonder if I throw him on IR, you know, maybe that can give us an opportunity to go sign somebody else. I mean, 12 weeks, you know, if it was like a few weeks, sure, we'd stick it out. But, you know, 12 weeks, man. He is pretty young. I do like to see that. But we're going to place him on the IR. We're going to place him on IR here. And that should give us an opportunity to actually look for somebody else here. So, I really don't even know what it is I need. A lot of these guys have been signed. We'll actually take a look at that. If Obi Melifonwu's zone were a bit better, I would actually give him a chance there. But I really was not impressed with his zone when I was looking at it. Let's go over here. Maybe we'll find like a younger player that has better zone coverage. 70 for Jalen Watkins isn't bad. 73. 73. 54. My goodness. My goodness, that's rough. Marcel Harris, what's his speed? No, his speed's slow. His speed, oh yeah, we released him. His speed's too slow there. Not finding a good combination. We might just roll with what we have there, honestly. As I look around, I'm just not seeing anybody that really stands out. Corners. Who all's available here? 95. Interesting. For Crossan. Interesting prospect there. 95 speed. Maybe utilize him in the return game some. I do like Phillips, actually. Phillips is pretty good in the return game in my Bengals franchise. Don't love his cut. Like, none of these guys, their coverage is standing out at all. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Actually, I might take a flyer on Crossan. I really like the speed there. I have an open roster spot, so, you know, why not? Let's take a shot. Okay. So, and maybe I could have just moved somebody else back over from the practice squad, but that's fine. He seems intriguing. All right. So anyway, speed rush. We'll just work on that, I guess. That's mostly what he seems to be. Donovan Smith, what you got for us? Pass protector. Try to get his stats up a little bit, man. Working on it. Caleb Beninock. Agile. Fair enough. And we have one more here. Orion Stewart. And we'll do run support. I wish I had done zone. Do you get zone coverage in this at all? Yes, you do. +3 zone coverage. That's actually brilliant. That's what I wanted. That's why I was thinking of selecting zone. But knowing I can hit that too is pretty good. So let's go ahead and look at our depth chart as we enter the regular season. Once again, I'm gonna click on that one. Every time I do it, man. Every time. Jameis Winston going to be the starter. Ryan Griffin the backup. Running back Peyton Barber. I'm actually going to go with Ronald Jones here. Now, if Jones struggles, we did see him fumble in week 4 of the preseason. If Jones continues to struggle, we will make a move. But for right now, we're going to give him a shot. I really liked what I saw from him in preseason. Maybe not as much last week, but early in the preseason, he was looking really, really good. That speed is very valuable. We view him as our running back of the future as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and give him those valuable snaps. Barber is there to be a backup, and then Ellington we definitely have a lot of faith in as well. I'm actually going to auto-reorder this first. I might need to change things around, but I'm noticing that goofed it up a little bit. Okay, so let's do this. Here we go. Over at fullback, and I might put Jordan Franks here, actually. A little bit more speed, so why not? I don't know if his run block's any better. I don't think we're going to be using the fullback a whole lot early on. It is something I would like to get later on, but yeah, their blocking's not super significant. Leggett is better there, but I'm still going to go with Franks because, if anything, I want to see him, if I can utilize him out of the backfield a little bit. Mike Evans and Godwin. Perryman, though, we're actually going to go ahead and put Watson here. And I might actually throw Scott Miller here, who I've been impressed with. Man, Perryman's just falling down this list. I really wasn't planning on that, but, like, as I looked at the preseason, Watson stepped up a lot of times. I was very happy with him. I feel like he deserves his role. Scott Miller kind of made a few big plays. I don't really remember Perryman stepping up a whole lot. And then Preston Williams, we saw him with a big grab that last week. So, you know, Perryman, I'm glad we have him for depth, and maybe he'll get some more snaps later on. But we're going to start the year like this, and unless something changes, that's how it'll be. O.J. Howard, feel pretty good there. Offensive line, we're probably not going to make any big changes, I don't believe. For now, this is just who we're working with. Left end, Golston. This one gets a little bit interesting because Bo Allen was actually having himself a very good preseason. And so was Ledbetter. Honestly, more than Golston. So I might throw Allen there. But I really would like to get Ledbetter some snaps as well. This one's a little bit trickier. So I want to throw Ledbetter, actually. Huh. I mean, I think Ledbetter's actually going to be our main backup for right now. Golston will still have opportunities. But for right now, I feel like the two guys that earned it were Ledbetter and Bo Allen. And I actually kind of liked Ledbetter a little bit more, but Bo Allen really stepped up in that final game. He got 2 sacks, but then Ledbetter returned to touch. We're going to give it to Ledbetter. We're going to take a chance and give it to Ledbetter. We'll see what happens as the season progresses, though. But we have some depth there and different guys that we can try out. Clearly, we're going to rock Vita Vea here. Left outside linebacker, Shaquille Barrett. I'm fine with. Noah Spence did look solid, but we'll see what happens here. Levante David and Devin White, Deion Buchanan, Corey Nelson, right outside linebacker, Nassib. And, again, what I might do is kind of make Noah Spence the main backup just so he can get some more snaps elsewhere. Vernon Hargraves and Sean Murphy-Bunting, Carlton Davis, Keon Crossan. I'm not going to start Crossan yet. I say start him. He'd clearly be a backup, but we're actually going to throw Ryan Smith here, who did have a big play for us in preseason. We really just haven't seen anything of Crossan yet, so he's going to have to earn his time with us. Ryan Smith will get the nod right there. Over at free safety, Justin Evans. I was not super thrilled with what we saw from Justin Evans in preseason, if I'm being honest. But nobody else really stood out a whole lot for the time being. Honestly, Mike Edwards actually stepped up a little bit more. Is that crazy that I'm doing this? But we're going to start Mike Edwards. We're going to give him the first crack at it. We'll see how it plays out. His tackle's not as good. That worries me. His zone coverage is better, though. Speed, tiny little bit better. But we're going to start Mike Edwards. That's not to say Justin Evans won't take it back over, but that's where we're starting the season at. MJ Stewart will start over here. Whitehead, they both actually had a few moments throughout preseason. But we'll roll with that to start out. Oh, dude, why was Santos not an option to cut under the recommended? We'll actually cut Santos and maybe pick up somebody else. I might be willing to do that. And maybe look specifically for a returner is my thought here. So Ali Marpet, third down running back. And I might throw, well, we'll keep Ellington there. Power back, Barber, fair enough. Slot receiver, and we'll throw Watson there, man. Again, I want to see Watson get a lot of snaps. Barrett, Sue. All right, this is all looking pretty good. This one's tricky, man. I really would like to get Devin White on the field as much as possible. In certain scenarios, that might not be happening, but I can't bench Levante David either, right? So David's going to hold on to it, but, you know, White's looking for that spot, man, so he's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to hold on to it, and we'll see how that plays out over the course of the season. So, again, I guess I can cut this kicker. I don't know why they wouldn't recommend me cutting one of... Like, if I have two kickers, why would you not tell me to cut one of them? I don't understand that. But anyway, here we go. Santos is being released, and let's just simply look for a kick returner. That's all I'm looking for at the moment. And I'll just... Oh, you can only look at top 100? Well, then what if there's a guy that's not top 100 overall? Or maybe if I sort it, it'll work itself out that way? Possibly. Kick return? I think I saw it. Returner. Okay, so Andre Roberts, Darren Sproles, and I'll probably go Richie James, actually. The other two are vets. I don't really want to go the vet route. Not that it's a bad thing to have vets. It's not, but I'd rather take a chance on a younger player. Obviously, I like Richie James. DJ Reed is here as well. And then there's Gibson. But I think I'm going to go with Richie James. I think that makes... Ooh, actually, I take it back. We're going to go with DJ Reed. Because DJ Reed can actually also play safety a little bit. He's very small for a safety, but he actually has done that for the 49ers. A little bit. What's his zone at? I wonder. 75 zone. Dude, this might be our free safety. We might kill two birds with one stone here. And just, let's see how he grades out. I really was not super impressed with either of my free safeties, like I said. Obviously, he's very small. I don't know. I mean, unless he were to just absolutely step up and change my mind, I don't know that he'd be the long-term solution. But as far as, like, a temporary guy, I mean, his zone coverage is good, his speed's good. Again, size is a concern for me here, but he's a little bit faster than the other guys. His zone coverage is just much better than the other guys. Tackling would be the big concern for him in this role. Obviously, he doesn't have the hit power either. But again, neither of the other guys really stepped up for that spot, I don't think. So what I am going to do is we're going to try it out. And if we see him blow a few tackles, we will quickly change... Why did they automatically already move Evans back? Did they just redo everything I did? I hope not. No, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to give DJ Reed a shot. If we see him missing some tackles, then we'll make some changes. But for now, I actually kind of intrigued by that, by him in that role. So DJ Reed, it said 90, but here it's only saying 79. Well, fair enough. That's fine. I'm still throwing Reed here on this spot because nobody in preseason really made a big play on it. All right, so that'll be it for our roster changes. I think that's our depth chart as we go into the regular season. One thing we do have to do, though, is look at the 49ers depth chart as we get ready to play them. So let's see what they got going on here. Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, Nick Mullins, and obviously I just wasn't even thinking about it, but we just stole Richie James from them. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can make any plays against his former team. But Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullins, over at running back, Tevin Coleman, McKinnon, and Breida. Then Juice over at fullback, wide receiver, Marquise Goodwin, Dante Pettis, Jordan Matthews, Kendrick Bourne, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurd. Tight end, George Kittle, Garrett Selleck, and Caden Smith, left tackle. Joe Staley, left guard, Laken Tomlinson. At center, Weston Richburg, right guard, Mike Person, and right tackle, Mike McGlinchey. Left end, D Ford. They also have Solomon Thomas backing them up. Over at right end, Nick Bosa and Ronald Blair, who I could not get in a trade. Defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, and Sheldon Day. Left outside linebacker, Malcolm Smith. Middle linebacker, Fred Warner and David Mayo. Right outside linebacker, Quan Alexander. Cornerback, Richard Sherman, Jason Verrett, Quan Williams, and Akello Witherspoon. Free safety, Jimmy Ward and Adrian Colbert. Strong safety, Tart. Kicker, Robbie Gold. Punter, Mitch Wishnowski. Kick returner, Jerick McKinnon and Deebo Samuel. Punt returner, Dante Pettis. All right, so that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you guys are excited to start the regular season. And I will see you guys in week 1 as we take on the San Francisco 49ers. Later.